Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, where today we are doing yet another reading your comments episode. This is episode number 8, and as you know, we're doing these Zombie Chronicles maps in order. So as you know, if you've been following this, then at the moment we are up to Ascension. So Ascension is one of my favourite maps, so I'm looking forward to reading some of these comments and sort of talking about Ascension in this video. So we're going to go straight into the first comment right here, which is Sickle on Ascension. Wow, time to wreck. I'm super looking forward to the Sickle being on Ascension Remastered, because the Sickle, it doesn't do any more damage or anything, it just looks awesome, and it's a Russian sort of melee weapon, so it makes sense that they bring it back in Ascension, and I was super happy that they actually brought back the Sickle and not the stupid little like Bowie knife, because yeah, the Bowie knife is awesome, but it's been literally in almost every map since Theresa back in World at War, so it's so awesome to actually have the Sickle back again, and hopefully they'll bring the Sickle back in Gorod Krovi as well, because that was a Russian map in, you know, it was in Stalingrad, and everyone was hoping for the Sickle to be there, and they decided to put the Bowie knife in there, but now that they got Ascension Remastered, maybe they'll patch it back in. But overall, I just love the animation of the Sickle, like when you stab a zombie like that and then you bring it back, and it's just so awesome the way that it works, and I'm super looking forward just to using it and just having some fun. So something I never realised about Ascension, even though I played so much back in the day, was the fact that it just never had double tap on the map. I just never actually realised the fact that double tap was never there. So somebody else right here, is double tap added on Ascension? Someone else replied with it saying, I believe it was added through perk drops, but I don't know about the machine, I certainly hope so. And I don't think the machine's in the map, because I've seen gameplay of the map now and I've not seen the machine added in anywhere. The only sort of change with the machines is the fact that I think there's the Wonder Fizzes everywhere now, and PhD Flopper has been replaced with Widow's Wine. Other than that, I've not heard of like double tap being in a certain location, and I feel like something like that would be pretty hype sort of post spot up on the Reddit, so I feel like that's not the case. And to be honest, I sort of agree with that, because it sort of keeps to the original like feeling of the map, I guess. But yeah, it does not surprise me one little bit if double tap was added to this map in terms of like perkaholics or in terms of like perk drops, just because it's in every other like Zombie Chronicles maps that we've seen so far. So it makes sense that on Ascension as well you could get double tap via these sort of perk drops. Are the Matryoshka dolls on Ascension? I certainly hope so. Matryoshka dolls were absolutely brilliant. If you don't know what they are, they're those little like Russian dolls that you sort of pop open like that and then they just explode like 4 or 5 times. You have them on like Call of the Dead as well, but Matryoshka dolls, they were just so fun to use, like honestly. And not only the little grenade thing that you actually use to kill zombies with, but on Ascension there were actually Matryoshka dolls around the map as well. You had one next to the PhD machine, you had one sort of down below where the power was. You had a few sort of other places in the map as well. You hold square on those and they're like little mini Easter egg type things where they just give you a quote. And apparently, I've not heard of anything just yet, but apparently these Matryoshka dolls in Ascension have different and new quotes, so I'm really looking forward just to listening to these quirky new quotes, because that would be super funny just to listen to. There was something that gave the map a little bit of like a personality, if you will. Like it was just really funny listening to this like high-pitched little like Russian man saying whatever. I don't know how to quite describe the Matryoshka dolls when they give you the quotes. It was just something funny for the map. I don't know how I'm going to play without Mustang and Sally and PhD. I always trained in the Pack-a-Punch area underneath the rocket. No panic saves now, I guess. This is interesting because I've never actually done this tactic myself, and the tactic I always used to run was sort of around the rocket pad with the thunder gun, and that's basically what everyone would do. Mustang and Sally's with PhD, I've never actually done this on Ascension, and I should probably give that a go actually in like the original at some point whenever I go back and play the original. But the closest we have right now is the upgraded like MR6, which is the whatever it's called, with the Gobblegum Danger Closest. But then again, Danger Closest doesn't work anywhere near as good as PhD, because it only works for like a few rounds. It does suck that PhD is not returning, but to be honest, I think that PhD as a perk is superly overhyped. But I feel like that's just because we want it back in Black Ops 3 and we just haven't had it, and they've always teased us with it, and it's that little thing that as a community we just want to see return. It would be cool to see the perk return, but unfortunately I feel like they just didn't want to. Apparently they tried to return the perk and it just didn't work for some reason or another. And to be honest, if they did return PhD Flopper, the Gobblegum Danger Closest, even though it is a bit of a like crap Gobblegum anyway and nobody uses it, that would be absolutely obsolete if we had PhD anyway. My favourite map and the location of one of my favourite zombie songs. Can't wait to return to the Cosmodrome. I feel the exact same as this. I released a video recently, it was my top 10 favourite zombie maps of all time, and at number 3 was Ascension, spoiler alert, but at number 3 was Ascension, and I actually feel like this is one of my favourite maps. This is one of my favourite zombie maps for a lot of reasons, and I feel like this map is general, like a lot of people just haven't played it, so they haven't had the experience of playing properly. And I feel like when people do play it on Zombie Chronicles, that they're going to be absolutely like dumbfounded by the fact that it's just such a great map to play, and I'm just hoping that it feels as awesome as it did back in Black Ops 1. Ascension is hands down my favourite map of all time. The only thing I hate about it, especially as you get into the higher rounds, are those freaking monkeys. And the thing about the monkeys is that, like I said in one of my videos recently, I can't remember which one exactly it was now, but I said that the monkeys in Ascension are so unique to Ascension, and the fact that in Ascension you got that uniqueness of you have to protect your perks, otherwise you're going to lose them. In no other map that I can think of can you actually do something with your perks like that. Like the bosses that they're trying to take your perks away from you, and I guess in Moon, actually thinking about it, the guy grabs you and nicks your perks, but that's sort of different in the way that you just avoid that guy and you're okay. This is something different. You have to decide where I'm going to have to go in the map. You have to decide which traps you're going to turn on, or which like door locations you open up or keep closed. In order for the monkeys not to go to certain perks, you have to decide out of like 4, 5, 6 perks which ones you're going to like try and use. And this map is going to be very interesting with Perkaholic, whether it's going to be useful using a Perkaholic or not. Because if you pop a Perkaholic in round 1, come round 6 or 7 when the monkeys come, you then have to decide which perks you want to defend, otherwise you're going to lose all of your perks in Ascension. I feel like there's going to be 8 or 9 perks. I don't know if Electric Cherry is back in these maps or not, but you will lose literally all of them if you do not defend your perks properly. And I can't wait for the people who've never played Ascension before to play Zombie Chronicles, pop a Perkaholic and lose it straight away. It will just be funny seeing people reactions on like live streams and stuff if they've never played it before, just for them to lose their Perkaholic, or for people who have played it before but they probably just didn't think about the fact that their Perkaholic is going to go to waste once the monkeys come around, because they will literally wreck you up. Unless you have a good weapon you can run around the map quickly with like stamina up, they will literally nick all of your perks. And that's the one thing about Ascension that I love. It's the fact that you will lose your perks and then you have to start again as if you went down but you didn't go down. Something like that adds gameplay to the actual game that you don't get really with any other zombie maps, and this is why Ascension is like in one of my top favourite maps of all time. And yet again we come to the end of another reading your comments episode. We have one more comment and then that'll be the end of it. So the last comment right here is, Ascension is such a fun map. It is undoubtedly the easiest, however. With correct door management, even the monkeys are no issue. And this is what I was saying a second ago about the monkeys. If you open certain doors and keep certain doors closed, the monkeys can only go through certain pathways to get to your perks. For instance, at the spawn area, don't open the door next to the quick revive machine, go up the stairs and open the door up to the main area. That way, that the monkeys can only come from one area and then it's so much easier to defend your quick revive. Also, with that door being closed, with Juggernog, it will be a lot easier defending that one as well, because the monkeys can only come down the stairs from Juggernog, but they can't come up the stairs because that door is closed next to Quick Revive, therefore they can't go around and go up the stairs and get Juggernog. Like, that's just one example of quite a few in Ascension that, you know, you have to think about what you're doing when you're playing the game, otherwise you can quickly mess everything up. And that concludes yet another episode of Reading Your Comments. So if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and leave it a like rating and comment down below what you thought about this episode, what you think about the Zombie Chronicle maps in general. Just let me know and I'll talk back to you and we'll get a discussion going. And if you put a little comment down about one of the maps, maybe I'll include it into one of the next episodes of Reading Your Comments. Now if you're new around here, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more zombies content. I'll be live streaming Zombie Chronicles on Tuesday the 16th of this month. In a few days when this map comes out, it'll be absolutely hype. I cannot wait to play Zombie Chronicles. I don't even know what map I'm going to be playing first, but I'm sure I'll decide by the time the map pack's actually out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.